You know what? Maybe Rachel was having an affair.
What, putting that swing there to use?
Yes.
Whatever that was.
Yeah. That's exactly what it was. Did we go downstairs yet? I don't even know where I'm at.
Remember, did we come from downstairs? Oh, yeah, we came from there.
I wasn't entirely surprised to find this here. It was one of Rachel's old fall coats. I always wondered what happened to it. How long had it been there?
Huh.
Why would Inside the cabinet was a small but impressive collection of hunting rifles, shotguns, and even a few items that I didn't think were legal here. One of the slots on the rack was empty. The gun I had found seemed to match the others there. If the handgun was Norman's, what the hell was he doing with it? The gun would fit there. Did I place it back on the cabinet?
Could be bears ahead.
Could be bears. Oh, man. You know, I'm going to keep it. Well, there's might be bears. He's also, it's a recently fired weapon. It's incriminating evidence. That's why I'm like, do I put it back? Is that it? Are we done here? Because he was dead in this room.
I believe so. So that's why we came in. Oh, he just MacGyvered it. He didn't even.
The hairpin snapped in half, so I threw it away. Okay. The general store was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of Triangle magazines sat beside it. The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of its contents were half melted.
Not the ice cream.
No! There were various postcards from the area, especially from the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape then.
Yeah, no bear claw marks at the top of it.
Yeah.
And missing credit cards. I don't know. Wallets, yeah.
Was this the only door?
I believe so. Wait, wasn't there something between the ice machine or no?
I didn't see anything.
Oh, okay.
A lamp. Really? Oh. Of all the postcards, that one seemed to be the most popular. There were only a few left.
I'm going to knock over that postcard stand.
Like a boss.
Be there in 30 minutes.
That night continued to take horrible turn after horrible turn. It had been weeks since I'd last seen Norman, but to find him like that...
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
As I thought of him still lying on the floor back there, the gun I carried seemed ever present. Seeing that dusty box of those old clothes was a shock. How long had they been there? I don't know, maybe you don't have any room in your house for that shit. And she was like, yo, can you hold this? And he was like, yeah, bro, I got this. Like, maybe that's the conversation. Okay, maybe that's not the conversation that went down, but maybe that's what happened.
I'd like to think that's how it went down.
And what was Rachel doing at Norman's place? I felt like I'd only discovered more questions, no answers, but was close to home.
Well,
it was time to find out the truth. And it's raining.
Yeah.
What, you don't carry an umbrella? This wasn't the right gate. Okay.
He doesn't even remember where he lives. That's pretty hardcore forgetfulness.
This wasn't my house. Okay.
I don't feel so bad about forgetting things now.
Oh, is this my house?
That or someone else's forgetful. Wait, what?
What?
Another alley? Huh.
The neighborhood's local post box. A letter was sticking out, as if someone hadn't pushed it all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Looks familiar, huh? How familiar?
The envelope was addressed to Norman. There was no return address, but the handwriting looked familiar. I took a deep breath and tore open the package. Norman, I'm sending this to you in a letter because I'm afraid to tell you this in person. What we did, well, it wasn't wrong. My husband isn't an easy man to be with, but he is my husband and your friend. I need some time to sort this out, away from you both. I'm going away for a while. I'm going to tell him. Norman, so don't you think you can hold that against me? Maybe we'll work it out. I'm not sure I even want to, but he deserves that at least that much. Oh, she was cheating with the best friend.
Guess it wasn't storage.
Had the wrong gate. This one was lower. See, look, there was a bear right here. That's why I need.
He does have a pinball. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, more blood.
Oh. So this is supposed to be my house.
Naturally, the one we don't try is the right one.
I entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid.
Very afraid.
There's blood on them. I held my breath as I approached our backyard. I was terrified to step inside.
I don't know any flowers.
Our house was painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off.
Naturally.
Of course the power was off the door. I remember having breakfast here on this very table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? Motherfucker, how much did you drink? You just don't remember shit.
Oh, is plants dead?
Probably. There was a small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mail slot. How long had I been away? Why hadn't Rachel picked this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill there. Did I open it? Yeah. I ripped the bill open and read it. To my surprise, it said something about canceling my credit card due to non-payment. What the hell?
How long have I been hanging out in the woods?
How long have you been in the sex dungeon?
Basement's locked, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least we stay out of there for now.
Yeah. Oh, you don't go this way. Oh, I'm just kidding. There was an old-fashioned keyhole underneath the handle.
Yeah, you broke that hair clip.
Yeah. Jerk.
Be more careful when you're picking locks. Trying to make everything seem so cool.
I had found the last missing piece from my wallet. An old photo of Rachel and I stared back at me, reminding me of better times. It didn't make me feel terribly comfortable. Did I keep it anyway? Yeah. I replaced the photo in my wallet, feeling like I had got part of my life back. Still, the image made me uneasy. Why had I thrown it away? Because she cheated on you?
Yeah.
Our television, I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterwards, but by then it was too late.
I see he's got the same taste.
He's got the same
condom lamps.
Yeah, dick lamp right there.
Oh boy. It's been very popular at that general store.
Yeah. I guess we can go left now. What?
Ah, fucking mirror.
Our hallway mirror had been smashed with pieces scattered around the floor. Oh, what am I doing here? The books there were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I looked more closely, it looked like the man in the house had some of the same books as I did.
Well, which ones?
My wife's, Rachel's suitcase was sitting on the bed. It was closed, but I had a feeling what was in it. Did I open it? Clothes are in it?
Yeah, right.
Inside Rachel's suitcase were a few days' worth of clothes and personal effects and a train ticket. As I stared at the ticket, I could feel myself flush with anger and resentment. The date and time matched the receipt I had found.
Huh. Well,
apparently she was leaving.
Looks like he did more than just open it. Jeez.
Yeah.
Find anything else in there?
Her vibrator. She didn't take that long.
She took the other lamp with her.
There's blood at the store. Our sink, which needed to be replaced. One of the taps always stuck, but I hadn't gotten around to fixing it yet. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed bathtubs. And a pooper.
Yep, it's a bathroom.
Why was there blood? My laptop had been left on and had only a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. There was a key in the top of the drawer of my desk. Yeah, of course you did. Pocketed the key. That's a key to the basement.
Yeah. Keys are always important.
Yeah.
You always keep those.
I guess I go down.
Yeah. Wait, was there a locked door there too?
I'm not sure.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I guess you can't use the key there.
Huh.
I'm assuming it's for the beta. That's why I forgot all about it.
Is that it?
Is this the basement? Oh.
Yeah. Woohoo. Down, down, down.
There were old Christmas decorations in the box. The garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old key in there. Did I take the key? Yeah. Took the small key and tried to remember what to unlock the door upstairs.
Yeah.
There were old clothes, tools, and other things we obviously hadn't thrown out yet. I had put up this divider wall last summer so we could create a separate room in the basement. I hadn't finished it yet. So the door was stuck and the drywall was poorly installed. I might have been able to break through if I had found something heavy enough.
Open it.
Okay.
And still got a hammer with you, I assume.
No, he threw it.
Oh.
He left it on the floor. He's dumb. The grimy key I found in the basement unlocked the door. Yeah. It looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did somebody break in here? There was an old crowbar on the floor. Did I need to take the crowbar? Yeah, you can use the crowbar on the wall.
Old Crowy.
I guess. Is this it?
Now you can pretend to be Gordon Freeman.
Yes. It's a sign. Half-Life 3 is coming.
Oh. Crowbars and home. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Yep. What the fuck did I get at? Oh, it was right here. Wasn't
There
it?
we go. Alright. That's fine.
The wall with the crowbar? Yes. With a heave, I swung the crowbar till I smashed a hole wide enough to step through. As I stepped to the broken wall, my breath caught in my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down there? Was she okay? Don't look.
Oh. But I want more maps and
Ooh, jellyfish! Look at it! Squishy! I'm poking it. I'm
that
poking it.
jellyfish or UFO.
Both. Blood?
Oh, don't
Don't look. Look, it's a jellyfish!
look.
A filthy looking pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful and made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile to see what lay within, but I knew I had to. I'd come this far. After all the searching, after all I had seen, when I looked at the rags, did I finally find my Rachel?
Did we or did we not?
I don't want to find her in a pile of rags. No. No. She was just missing. The rags were wet, matted, covered in dirt and grime. But inside that tattered mess was no sign of my beloved wife. Rachel wasn't there. I looked around in confusion, trying to figure out what to do next. If she wasn't there, where was she? What had I been searching for this entire time? I remembered the look on Rachel's face when I came home, didn't I? Then the awful realization hit me right in the gut. I had been looking at this the wrong way, hadn't I? This is what you've been trying to tell me all along, isn't it? I couldn't find Rachel there, and I won't find her anywhere else because she was never there at all, was she? What? I stumbled back upstairs, the pain in my leg just a dull ache now, and I sat down in my bedroom. My mind was spinning, and the ache I felt before was near crippling. Finally, I could no longer fight the exhaustion, and as I tried to grab hold of something that would make sense of all this, I must have drifted off.
Huh.
What?
Sleepy time.
I'm so confused. What do you mean?
That looks a bit
I guess these books were all actually mine then. It was my wallet with its contents intact. Either I dropped that stuff or somebody else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again, or maybe somebody stole it from me. Norman's store, that forest, the water tower. Was I at those places before?
So,
What?
so before we came back, did he go there? Is that what it's asking?
Yeah. I don't know.
It definitely makes me think yes.
I mean, he'd always been there before because he worked there, but he didn't.
That's a good question, game.
I don't know.
Throwing the hard questions at us right now.
Where's a coin?
I don't have one here. Do I?
Shit. There's one on the table.
The ultimate decision maker.
All right. Heads is yes. Tails is no.
Heads.
Yes.
We were there.
We were there. I didn't see how it could have happened any other way. I must have been the one to lose my wallet and its contents.
Naturally. What does that mean? Oh,
I have no idea what that means.
I'm not a philosopher.
This is not the philosopher. This is not the philosopher's stone. It was a photo of the other man and his wife that I found in that house. Were those really his wife's remains in those tunnels? It certainly seems so. What did I think? Did the other man murder his wife and bury her in the tunnels?
Well, they've been there for a while, and he was still in the house.
So, yeah, he killed his wife and buried her in the tunnels. They didn't want to be in those pictures anyway, remember?
Oh, yeah. They were a very unhappy couple.
Sick bastard, my house. Must have. What else did that mean? There were some questionable things in those tunnels. What else was he wrapped up in?
Lots of shady stuff.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, that wasn't one before. Gaunt now, hollow and sickly, and immensely troubled. What other illusions had I dreamed up? What other truths were waiting to be exposed? I guess I can go. Is this the basement?
That's the bathroom.
Oh.
A bit dirtier now.
Bathroom's nasty. The dirty, faded glass. I looked like nothing more than a faint shadow. I used to tell myself that Rachel was the one who wanted to keep the tub.
Huh. This guy going through some serious stuff. Is there another door over there?
Yeah.
I
think it's the front door.
No, I meant on that top floor. Was there another door on the right?
I think so. It was the key card I found in the factory, the one that allowed me to slip through that door. It seemed to me that it was probably Norman's, but if that was true, what was he doing back at the plant? Did I think Norman was going back to the factory? I mean, his key card was there. I mean, unless, you had to turn your key cards in, and then it would make sense that it was in the factory still, even though it might not have been disposed of properly.
So what was it? Because Norman's locker was punched in, and by this guy's locker, there was a picture he thought he kept, and a lot of booze. So, I don't think Norman was going back.
I don't think so either.
He seemed to have moved on.
But who?
Huh.
The laptop had finally run out of power.
Charge it, dude.
Yeah. All you gotta do is plug it in. Did we go through this door? No, it's bathroom.
Yeah, it was the bathroom. Yes, this floor's done. Yeah.
I think that's the front door.
No? I don't know. Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. This is the kitchen. Oh, no.
What? Just a safe. My old office safe sat on the floor. It used a digital passcode lock to try to open it. Yeah.
Oh. 8-digit code?
Your mom?
That's 7. Or 5.
Oh.
Butthead.
That's it. Damn.
Well, I'm all out of ideas.
8 names written along those odd marks in different colors. Oh,
Maybe.
HOACIDHR.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait.
HOACIDHR.
Okay. Yes. What was it?
HOAC.
Four types. HOACIDHR.
IDHR. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, we couldn't remember either.
When it came to be, he was already on the floor. Okay. Well,
Oh, it was the journal. Okay.
yeah. Oh, let's go outside, right?
No, you're still on the upper floor.
Oh, yeah.
This is...
It was a letter I had taken from the post box. It had gotten a bit wet in the rain. But who wrote that letter then? Who was Norman seeing? No, Norman. What if I was wrong about Rachel, then what about him? Who did that horrible thing? Did I do that horrible thing to him? No, you don't want to kill your friend. But he has the gun. Because the gun thing is from Norman's house.
I mean, it wasn't on him, but if he went all that way, then yeah, he would have.
Yeah, but
him or somebody he was with would have dropped it.
Where's the coin?
Oh, yeah. So
heads
yes,
is yes,
tails
is no.
Tails.
No,
He did not do that.
I couldn't have. I clearly wasn't seeing things correctly, but no, I could never do something like that.
That's what they all say.
And they stab you.
Oh, that's a crappy TV.
I had that old TV for so long, I don't know if I could ever replace it. Still the same lamp, though. Penis lamps. Is this floor done?
Did we go there? Oh, yeah, it was the room with the safe, right?
Yeah. Guess we're going down. Damn. It seemed like I had seen all there was. Maybe, I thought. I was ready to go back into the basement.
Maybe.
No, I don't want to go in there yet. Wait.
There's a kitchen and other stuff here. Mail still.
The pile of mail on the floor I now saw was addressed to me. Bills, credit card offers, a letter from the bank, they were all addressed to me. That was it. I couldn't stand to be in that house a moment longer. Did I leave and say goodbye to that nightmare? No.
Yeah. Not just.
I'm not done screwing with your head yet, apparently. I think this is the kitchen. Yeah, there's a table. How many breakfasts had I eaten there completely alone?
Oh.
Shad panda. Fun. This is the basement, right?
Down we go.
Maybe. If I wanted to end it, I could do it. I could do it with that gun. Did I pick it up again? No. You're not killing yourself. I left the gun on the cold basement floor. The wall was cracked and pitted. I was told by an inspector the basement had been partially filled in before I bought the house. But by the look of that wall, I was going to need to fix the foundation.
What?
What?
Check it again?
Everything smelled musty and old down there.
So nothing?
This is really confusing.
Yeah.
Is that it? Are we done?
So what's left? Take the gun and leave?
Yo, if we take the gun, I think we kill ourselves. He said end it right there. Like he was gonna kill himself. I mean, no matter how bad things get, I mean.
That's not what we want.
No. Alright, let's just go out the door.
Huh.
That was it. With Rachel gone, I couldn't stand to be in that house a moment longer. Did I leave and say goodbye to that nightmare forever?
Yeah.
Since I had arrived in town, things had been difficult. Working in the plant, though, had been good for me. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. Drinking was probably just a way to deal with that. It was almost as if I was trying to beat my brain at its own game. Things stopped making sense sometime after that, and my memories of what happened are still in flux. I suppose that was when Rachel came along. This night had been the worst of my entire life. Would it even be possible to bounce back from everything that had happened, everything I'd seen? You know, in a way, I almost wish I hadn't even woken up tonight. It would have spared me a lot of pain. That man I had found in the house had killed his wife. I was just sure of it, just as sure as you killed mine.
Huh?
What?
Who did?
After making it out of those tunnels, I thought those sewers might feel safer. I was wrong. The security tape I had watched showed someone being attacked by what looked like two people. But who was it that was attacked? And what had I been doing at Norman's place, or even in that old forest? It didn't look good, that's for sure. Had I been responsible for what had happened there? What did you think? Was I guilty, or was I just mad? In that forest, though, was no escape either. That notebook especially left me troubled. I remembered seeing a similar list on that desk back in the tunnels. Who were the girls mentioned there? I suspected there was more to those woods than I knew, though I had no intention of going back. But anyway, Norman couldn't have been going back to the factory, so who else could it have been? Maybe that other man I found, or maybe it was just the guard all along. It was him, because he drank so much. There was alcohol bottles everywhere in the factory.
Yeah. Same thing in that room in the supers, though.
You know, you really screwed me up. I feel like I can't trust a damn thing I've seen anymore. I had to catch my breath to take it all in at each point until the factory things had only gotten worse. But then going to Norman's store, that's where the confusion and doubt started to set in. That's when my perspective on all this really started to change. Damn it, Norman, what were you doing with Rachel? I mean, what was going on? If all this was a lie, then what was really happening? Someone had killed Norman in his store, but it wasn't me. Who else would have wanted him dead? But as painful as all of that was, oh no, I couldn't bear to think about it again.
There's that bear.
After all I had seen and done, finally coming home was supposed to be the end to this entire ordeal. I had no idea, though, that it was only the beginning. The silence in the house when I had first stepped through the kitchen door, that should have been my first clue. To think that I went through all that completely unaware of what I would discover. Did you know before the end? Did you mock me when you finally showed me the truth? What?
Is he talking to us?
I
Breaking
think,
the fourth wall.
I think so. You don't know what it's like to have everything ripped away from you in a heartbeat. Now, could I possibly go on without now knowing what I do? Without Rachel, even the thought of Rachel, I was truly lost. As the door swung open, I could smell damp grass and the closeness of the air. After everything, it felt like I had more questions than answers. You made me see the truth, I'll give you that, but now I was completely lost. You took away the only thing that had kept me going. I was sure word would get out, and soon enough the police would come looking for me. But what then? Would you be there to show me the way? What will I do then? Stop talking to me!
The end.
I don't...
What did we do to this poor man? Huh.
Wow. We done fucked him up. I think when we pulled the covers and Rachel wasn't there, I think we just fucked with him.
So he wanted her to be real and dead.
I think he would rather her be real and dead than everything be an illusion and he be crazy.
Nah.
Either
So
that
just
or...
being a crazy, drunk, sleepwalking guy with... What did he do? I don't know. Huh. Oh!
Home is dedicated to my wife, Nancy. Watch your back.
Well then. That was interesting.
Yeah. See? Look, available on iOS.
Oh, look at that. It'll take you there right on your own.
Huh.
Press space to share your story. What happened to you?
We fucked this guy's brain up. That's what happened to us.
Mm.
Alright, guys, so this is the end
Hope
of Home.
Hope you enjoyed our first video.
Yeah. We fucked with this guy's head. So,
Yeah.
look forward to seeing you guys again.
Yeah, come back.